Hi, I'm Ramona Wurst, and from my Basil Garden Kitchen, today I will be preparing for you steamed clams in a white wine sauce with sweet basil. Now these are really special clams. They are called East Coast count neck clams, and we purchased these from Groomer's Seafood, and they are located in San Antonio. Beautiful seafood, and it is so fresh. These clams are nice, and they're, as you can tell, they're pretty large clams. Now what I've done first is I have cleaned them. You'll want to make sure that you scrub them under cold water to remove any of the grit. I've taken my olive oil and my butter in my cast iron skillet, and over medium heat I've melted it. Once it's bubbling, I'm going to add my fresh minced garlic, my minced Texas sweet onion, and my kosher salt. I'm going to saute my onions, garlic, and salt until the onions are translucent. This should take about 3 to 5 minutes over medium heat. As you can see, I've sauteed the garlic and onion and the salt. I'm going to turn down the heat just to a medium low. Then add the clams, sprinkle the basil over the clams, pour the white wine over the clams, cover. It'll come to a simmering boil, and we're going to cook it for about 10 minutes. Then after 10 minutes, we'll remove the lid and check the clams. They should be popping open. If not, we're going to go ahead and steam them a little bit longer. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes and we'll check on our clams. The white wine that I've chosen to use is a Kendall Jackson. With this being said, it's not on the expensive end or the cheap end of wine. You always want to use a wine that you want to drink personally, because the flavor is going to actually enhance the recipe that you're making. So if you used a cheap, yucky tasting wine, it's going to really degrade the flavor of your recipe. With that being said, if you use the most expensive wine, that not necessarily will be your taste either, and it could make your recipe taste really yucky. So whatever you personally would drink and enjoy, use that in your recipe. Our clams have been steaming for about 10 minutes, and I'll take the lid off, and as you can see, most of them have opened up. Now you'll want to go ahead and stir them, because you'll notice this little guy's just starting to open, and if you see any that are not opening, you can go ahead and put them in the bottom and see if they will pop open. If they don't open, you'll want to discard them and don't use them. So it looks like all of my clams are open. I'm going to go ahead and do a finishing touch by putting some fresh chopped parsley on top. I'm going to take this over to the counter and I'll dish it up, and then I'll be back to show you how it looks. To serve, you just scoop out some of your clams and put them in a bowl. Make sure you get plenty of your delicious sauce and just pour that over. You can go ahead if you want and use a lemon wedge and just go ahead and... I also serve my steamed clams with a baguette, and I've just taken it and cut it. This is absolutely wonderful to dip in the sauce, and it is so delicious. There you have it. I'm Ramona Wurst, and from my Basil Garden Kitchen, this is my steamed clams in a white wine sauce with sweet basil.